Carolyn's View is for you. Come on down to Trinidad and visit us.
Hello, my name is Nesta Trimble. I should say Nesta Smith Trimble. Smith is my maiden name. I was born here in Trinidad, and it's very ironic. Today is my last day of this vacation trip, and I left this island 72 years ago on this date to move to the United States with my parents. I was 22 months old, and here I am again. I don't remember anything from that time because, of course, I was too young. But this is just overwhelming. We had a nice visit. Beautiful, relaxing. I did go back to a place that I went with my mother, and I did visit Trinidad in 1977. And it's just amazing. I can't believe it's happened. And therefore, my husband, Fawn Trimble, I have to give great thanks and appreciation for, because he is the one who initiated this trip. He told me, yes, you need to go back, and you need to have Ortiz document this. So here we are, documenting. We did get to do a little traveling around the island. We went to Maracas Beach. It was like almost going to Jones Beach because the waves would come in, so it's really not swimming to be done, but you could just enjoy the water. And I did.
It's not! Stay in it for a little bit. It'll be great.
It'll warm up.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Great. It's great. I like that it's clear. It's no nonsense in it like in New York. I like it. She's the matriarch of the family.
I'm Velma, and I have a restaurant out here. My name is Vilma Hyacinth Boxell Smith. I was born here in Trinidad and grew up on Jackson Street in my grandparents' home in 1933. My grandmother's name was Berinda, and my grandfather's name was Samuel, and the last name is Clark. So my mother was Mildred Clark Boxell, who married Mr. Walter Boxell, who lived in Tanapuna. They were both teachers, and my father married my mother and then moved down south to Circular Road in the south, and then he built a house in Vista Bella, and that's where we lived for a long time until we came to, they brought us, my sister and I, Barbara, to the United States. I went to school and finished school and met a young man through my brothers in Harlem, and his name was Robert Smith. So now you know why I'm here with this family. Now, Jermaine told me that they wanted to investigate and search for their family members who are deceased, so they can find out more about their ancestors. And she said they were coming, they wanted to come back to Trinidad, where she was born. What is a blessing to me is that the Smith family love me and I love them. Yes. Love. Yeah. This was a memorable trip. It will be a memorable trip. The scenery, it's just lovely, lovely, lovely. And I one star over here. When I see a star, I get excited. It just does something. Oh, a star. And the moon, yeah, it's lovely, lovely.
Oh, no. Wait a minute, sorry. It just, oh, you
Hello again, my name is Nestor. It's supposed to be Nesta, N-E-S-T-A, but when I went to the States as a baby, or as a young person, on my passport they put N-E-S-T-E-R, it should be spelled Nesta. However, being that as an official entry document into America, I kept it as Nester. Although many times when people refer to me, they spell my name Nestor. My mother's name is Louisa Smith. She's passed. Was originally from Dominica, and she left her homeland at a young age as well, and traveled with a family, and they moved to South America, and then she moved to Trinidad, where she met my father, Fitzroy. They married, and there were 8 children surviving. We survived 4 boys and 4 girls. She lost 3, my siblings, twins just before me, and then my older sister, second sister, she had a twin brother who died at birth as well. My sister one sister lives in New York. No, well, she lived in New York. She's passed away since. Her name was Muriel. We called her Rosie, but she hated that name. And I have a sister, Ivy. Her name is Ivy Smith Clark. She lives in Florida. And I have a brother, Ashton Smith. He lives in Baltimore. My oldest brother, Robert Smith, passed several years ago. His name was, again, Robert Fitzgerald. And his name was survived because my mother's middle name was Geraldine and my father's first name was Fitzroy. So they combined the name and called him Fitzgerald as his middle name. I have a younger brother, Ashton. He lives in Baltimore. And my youngest brother, Alfred, or Joseph, we found out his first name is Joseph, not Alfred, but he lived in Florida and he passed 2 years ago. See, that's about, oh no, my other sister, Sybil, who now likes to be called Sky, lives in California. She lives in San Francisco area. And she and I came over together with mother in 47. My mother left one of my older sisters and my older brother, Oliver, who I forgot to mention. He lives in Utah. Oliver Fitzherbert Smith. He dropped the Fitz, so he's now known as Oliver Herbert. And we moved to the States, and then my 2 younger brothers were born in America. As a matter of fact, mother was pregnant with Ashton when we came to the States, and then Alfred was born here. And like I said, he passed a couple years ago. But so out of 8, there are now 5 of us. And our family is like the United Nations. We all love each other, but we don't get along. We're humans. And that's the way humans act. We love each other, but we sometimes don't like each other. But that's part of life. And we learn and we grow. So that's it. My father's name is Fitzroy Smith. He was born here in Trinidad in August of 1908. And he grew up here. He loved the sea. He was a merchant seaman, and he traveled the seas from the time, I believe he was about 16 years old, until he retired in his 60s. He would be home for a while, to 1 or 2 weeks, and then he'd get restless. And mother would say, "Why don't you go get yourself a ship?" And he'd leave, go down to the Union Hall, go down to the dock, and get hired on, and then he'd leave. He'd rush home, he said, "Gerald, I have a ship." And off he'd go. He'd be gone for 1 or 2 months, 1 or 2 years. As a matter of fact, he did not get to see me after I was born until I was a toddler, and I really didn't know who he was. And the first time he saw me, he wanted to embrace me, and of course, being a little one, I didn't know who this man was. And he said, "I'm your father, I'm your father, I'm your father." So then, that was it. We got to be daughters. And that was one thing, he encouraged education, which was very important to him. So when I graduated from college on my diploma, I have the name Nesta Smith, and at the time my last name was Critchlow. So on my diploma, it's Nesta Smith Critchlow in honor of my father. Seal it.
So why do you have to soak this? Or what did you say you were going to do to this cake?
Gonna soak it in, soak the cheesecloth in rum, and then wrap it around, and then pour some rum over the
cake. Yeah,
over the
prick
cake.
it, huh?
Yeah, prick it, put some rum over it, and then wrap it with the cheesecloth, and put it in a tin and put it away.
For a week or so, you know,
So it has the
holiday
flavor a
season's
little bit.
coming,
So it can,
so that
it can absorb.
It says it has rum in it, but you know, it's not like mommy's cakes.
Yeah,
or
so you
grandma's
gotta give it
cakes.
some more rum
So
because
we
they're
gotta
not gonna
help
make
it along.
Yeah.
Flavor is definitely not mommy or grandma's flavor, but it gives the taste.
The just of what it's supposed to be.
Right. So it has to be good.
And then we went shopping. Look at my wings. Anthony wanted to buy some bangles, so we went to Go Price Bangles. He has, you know, his own, and then mommy gave him hers when she passed away. So he just wanted to get, so this one will be, you know, something to history for our children and our grandchildren. He'll pass it down to them so they know where their roots are from as well. 1,601 step just to go down.
That's the Donna.
Huh?
And this is Ortiz.
Who's that?
Hello.
Daniel.
Danny! Hi!
This is Ortiz. He's our videographer. Hi, Dan. How you doing? Stay there. You go. Hi, cuz. How you doing? Okay, and this is Anthony and Maria.
Hi, Daniel.
How you doing?
How are you?
Yes, Daniel. Oh,
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we met before. I haven't seen him in a long time. Long time.
what was? What? Oh yeah. Well,
Trying to think when I don't remember when I saw him.
Wow.
I've never met him.
It looks so beautiful there.
Yes. It
He
is
came
beautiful.
out. He came out for funeral.
no, he wasn't.
No.
Last time you saw him, he must have been about. Oh God. Little.
No.
For
then maybe
Dan,
it's-
for
No,
Via's
you
wedding.
David. And go to the little
The
mall
Creole
down.
in the mall.
Go try the Creole.
Creole King, yeah.
Cake. Creole something.
It says Creole Kitchen,
Yeah, kitchen.
so we're gonna go there. There were people there this morning.
Because they serve
Oh,
breakfast
breakfast.
and lunch.
Okay. So maybe I'll put on my shoes.
Okay.
Coming?
You coming?
You coming? You might as well.
Yes, I'm coming.
Okay,
Yes,
because
I'm
you
coming.
haven't gotten your steps in. You've been
No?
FUD buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's ill. Careful, careful.
Good morning.
Morning. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, that's the oxtail. That's the green stuff is the callaloo. More oxtail there. And there's some veggies somewhere. Okay, there they are. And there's the veggies. Okay, and we're at the Creole kitchen. The Creole kitchen.
And then we went to the Fort Elizabeth, and we were looking around. We were looking at all the canyons that were there, and the house, and the history of the fort. Then I looked see my husband. My husband's on the ledge and he doesn't like heights. It's like, oh my God, my husband's on the ledge. I got scared because he doesn't like heights, and there he is on the ledge.
The other Mount
Honey,
Tamalpais.
Yeah.
It's giant, I
go in.
The elderly, rich elderly people live. Only for old folks.
That's a gated.
Gated.
Like
The
me,
one on the
old
side
folks
here,
like me.
where you see the kind of orangey top.
Okay,
But
right,
the building,
right there.
yeah, the building to the left.
Right.
It's only elderly rich folks living there.
Look at the view they have
Right,
of
yeah.
the ocean.
And the two buildings
bay.
down there, that's all rich people. That's where we drove. I drove you all. No, that wasn't you all. I took the
No.
all right. We're on the desk now. Right?
Where's the
You see
Marriott?
all-
Okay.
Marriott is that side.
That's you said the Marriott is. What
Yeah.
is the
The other
orange
side.
and the yellow?
That's
The yellow and the
yellow.
blue.
That's not Marriott.
That's
That's
the Hyatt.
the Hyatt Regency.
All right, let's keep it moving.
All right.
Yeah.
Honey.
This side is the valley here.
That's Port of Spain.
Oh,
over there.
sorry. That's Port of Spain.
That's Port
That
of
is
Spain.
Savannah.
Savannah,
The Queen's Park
where
Savannah.
the green is.
Yeah, the green circle.
The green circle
Yeah,
is the
that's the Queen's Park
Savannah.
That's the Twin Towers.
The
financial
twin.
complex there. That's Hyatt. The little yellow is seen coming on blue.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
that's a Hyatt.
That's
Yes,
Hyatt.
yes.
If you go back this way, look to your left, you're going to see the building straight back to it's kind of creamish. That's
Okay.
the financial complex. That's Independence Square.
Oh, downtown business.
Downtown, right. And from there, that's going to the west. Bayshore Towers.
These
And all
three
this-
right here.
Those three right here, Bayshore Towers. Right. The stadium. The stadium there. It's in blue.
To
one.
the blue and the
Yeah,
orange.
the stadium. And all this here is going to Martin. All is going to the west, to Martin. You don't do Martin.
Okay.
And this is going
And
south.
down there, where the
that's-
buildings.
All that's going, so all of there is east.
So that take a
Go west.
picture of
Go on
Savannah.
that side and you'll see
Can't see if I'm taking it or not, but let me see.
all the green stuff. Yes, this was a prison that where they used to keep the pirates when they hold them. So it's built from many years ago, as you can see. Jailhouse Council. Original. It's never done over. Still same old bars.
Wow.
And those things are what they used to chain them with.
Yeah. Yeah. Shackles.
Mm-hmm.
Shackles.
Mm.
Yeah.
So someone just told us that this has never been touched. This is the way it always was. And see the shackles on the wall, what they held them with. Wow.
St. Benedict, we made a trip up to St. Benedict up in the mountains. And we got up there, and on the way, it reminded me of the Maracas Road. So I called it the mini Maracas Road because it was just winding as usual, going up and up. It was an adventure right there too. It's short, but it was an adventure. So we finally got up there, and we were able to look down and see various towns in Port of Spain or some other country, not countries, cities, which was a delight because we were up there in the mountains. And we went up to the church. I went into the church, very quiet, and I was able to say prayers there. And I saw some ladies sitting, and apparently they were having some sort of class, because they were discussing things up front there. And I read the reasons for St. Benedict, and they help the community help people to better their lives. They helped.
So we have to take the Abbey of Our Lady, Exile Monk Benedict. Picture.
Hello, hi. I'm Adonna Fleming. I'm the daughter of Muriel Fleming, who is the second oldest child of Louisa and Fitzroy Smith. And I'm also the sister of Anthony Fleming and the niece of Jermaine, or Nesta Smith. So we're all, and Aunt Vilma, who is Grandma's first son, Robert's wife. So that's how we're all linked together here. Yeah. But as far as this trip goes, one thing that really touched me, and which I really was in awe of when we went to my great grandfather's house, and to actually, I know it's another building there, but to actually see where he lived, you know, it was awesome. It was really awesome. It was, and you know, you try to picture what it looked like back then when he lived there, you know, because obviously there weren't houses like that. It's probably like a lot of, you know, trees and roads and all of that, because that's what it was like when my mom was here. So obviously it was like there. So it's really like, it's really awesome. That's all I could say. That's how I feel. It's just really awesome.
Hello, I'm Anthony Fleming. This is my wife, Maria Fleming.
Hello.
We are related to the Smith family with Nestor, Jermaine. She's my auntie, my mother's sister, a younger sister. And we are here for the first time in Trinidad.
We're from California.
And it has been a beautiful, wonderful, short week.
We feel very blessed to have had this opportunity to interact with the family and know about the history about the family. So we feel very blessed that Auntie reached out to us and notified us that she was coming, and if we wanted to join in on the trip.
Yes, and that was one of the things that, as history goes, and wanting always to have a family reunion and just to connect with the rest of the family, this is just a wonderful experience in order to at least get a flavor of what we need to know to filter down into our children, our grandchildren, and share this experience with them. Saying the other day about doubles, but I've never had them.
I've heard about them, but I've never tasted it. I don't remember.
But we can have just one.
Wait, okay,
Just
we
one
can
thing.
try them.
We can try.
Yeah,
Try.
definitely want to try them.
Hey, we can have one.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
That'll go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We can
Doubles time.
Doubles time.
Morning. You guys doing?
Oh no. No, I have to go with my.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay.
Share one.
We're gonna share one. ¿Cuánto vale? How much is it?
Oh, we can after. Let's film.
Oh, yeah,
No, you didn't know. It's in there for her?
I'm gonna share with Auntie.
What?
Oh, Maria. No pepper.
Let me see sauce actually.
Thank you.
Right, one more again. Two. One more. Oh, so. What is it? Nice. This one's yours. This one's yours. Give me one side for
It's a double.
In here, it looked like gonzo beans, and then the fried roti. And the green
stuff is,
stuff is almost like
Shadow Benny, he said.
shadow benny, but that's just
That's good for the body.
almost like cilantro.
Yeah, Shadow Benny. Yeah.
Shadow benny, cilantro, parsley. Yeah, we grow
And we
cilantro
fried the dough.
and they fry. So no meat.
So that I get a taste of everything on everything.
No,
I'll
bite.
do it one more time.
No, bite.
And then eat it.
Bite. Oh my.
One more time.
Oh, good.
Next up.
Tour guide. Oh, mercy. This is crazy. Let me. No, we're gonna trade. We're gonna trade.
All right, we off.
Yay!
Jolly well go.
But one of the things about Sherwin.
We're all off to Tobago. Let's go. Remember, artists, ask before you buy. Okay, don't be quick to pull out money.
Mother have to say I have to wait for my
Show passport before we go or when we come back?
Hmm?
Do we just have to show the passport?
When you go?
When you go in?
And when you
And when you
come
come
back.
back?
Auntie?
I was so comfortable, I don't know why.
Get ready. Good morning. Hello. We're good on the boat.
This is big.
Going on sailing.
Here, here.
The cars getting on there, and the people getting on here. Okay. Good morning. And then we're flying again. Oh, we can't sit by the window?
I want to see that. I would have preferred that. No, that's
Oh. Oh, he looks like he's turning, he's making a right turn. making a right turn.
This is called the Dragon's Mouth.
So they have all of these good snacks for us. Fresh chicken, barbecue, chicken marinara, chicken alfredo, everything but the jerk chicken. Where's the jerk chicken at? Now see, I was being just a little bit too soon with the issues. There's the jerk wing. Sushi. I can't tell what that one is. Oh, they're on the other side, yeah. Okay. Is that's the sorrow, right? Sorrow. Okay. I need one too, please. That. How much do I owe you, sir? $10. Okay. 10 TT. Okay, one. Oh. Thank you. You look good there? Yeah. I got it. Oh, you hold it. All right.
I think my grandfather's buried.
Yeah, that's where you want to go to see, so you go down.
Oh, this is where Grandpa's buried.
Yeah, so you gotta come from.
So
Huge. It's huge. It's from.
my grandfather's great grandfather. Now, would they have a place where they would keep the records
Of who's
there?
buried in there.
Yeah, they should have. If they can find it, but they should have. They normally do.
So we don't have to go like to the Red House to find that out.
All
No.
those records are now in
Red House too. That will
they have
Here it is, Port of Spain Cemetery right there.
you can drive in.
kind of look around and see the places that our family lived. And one of my main objectives is to possibly try and find my grandfather's gravesite, James Augustus Smith. He originally came from St. Vincent and moved to Trinidad. We did, in fact, go to 2 different cemeteries, but having not known the exact year that he died, it was rather hard to find any records. My brother Oliver, Lenny as we call him, who lives in Utah, was a teenager when he moved to the States, and he was still here living in Trinidad when my grandfather passed, and he told me approximately what year he died. So we aren't really sure. And as far as which cemetery he's buried, I don't know. We did happen to visit one of the houses that my family lived in. It's on Kissimmee Street. But other than that, there's nobody left of that generation who could give exact information as to where he might have been buried or where he spent the last days of his life.
The only, I could say, disappointing thing about this trip was the search for great-grandpa, he's my great-grandfather's gravesite. They had these old ledgers, you know, that you had to know what year and then go through all the names that were listed in that year. So we went through from 1950 to 1952 as to his death, the year that he died, and couldn't find him in two cemeteries. So it was a little disappointing, disheartening, but we're not giving up. So we'll try again another time to come back and see if we could find him. And we thought he'd be buried in the cemetery in the town that he lived in, St. James, but that didn't happen. And then we went to the cemetery outside of St. James, Woodbrook. He wasn't there either, so we're going to search other cemeteries outside of his district to see if he's buried somewhere else other than in St. James, area. So that's our quest.
One thing I wish I had done was to ask my parents more information about their history. So hopefully my children will understand a little bit about where I came from and a little bit about my family history. So I encourage anyone, or everyone I should say, to let it be known where you came from. Now it's a time where lots of people are going back and tracing their family histories. So it's good to speak about where you came from, what you can remember, because nobody lives forever, and a lot of the history is lost because we aren't told about it. Anyway, it's been fun. The Roosters know that they can't be around when Vaughn is around because their life is in danger. Ta-da! The end. Thank you. And like MacArthur, definitely I shall return.
And again, don't you know, folks, how Mr. Archie takes care of you when you come to Carolyn's View?
Talk to me.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Carolyn's View is for you. Come on down to Trinidad and visit us.
I'm so mad at myself.
You can pass back. Not far. You can pass back. Not far. Morning. You guys doing?
Oh no. No, I have it on my. Thank you.
Watch this.
Okay, check. Go.
We are in Tobago right now, and be sure to watch Artiste Presents so you can see me do more than just sip my coconut water.